Hello, Pat Skeets here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to do a video on how I select papers. This is my process for doing it anyway. I have about 30 photos. It's a family photo shoot with my granddaughters and their cousin. So they're all in the same color scheme. So this whole album is going to be working with this color photos. So first off, by the way, please subscribe. Click the button below and subscribe to my channel so you'll get a notice when I make a new video, when it's posted. Alright, so to begin with, the first thing I did was go to all of my fall albums. And I pulled them all out. These are all medium tone outdoor fall pictures because of COVID. They did it all outside. This photo shoot was my Christmas present because I hadn't been able to see the grandchildren, and they know I want pictures all the time. So anyway, so first off, this was a Harvest Meadow from Recollections. This was a fall pad that I had. So I went through it, looking. I hold my pictures beside and then I go through it. And when I opened the pad, I put the picture on top and I immediately fell in love with this paper, with this photo, with these. They just work beautifully. So I have one print to work with. This will be my bold print. So now I need to find coordinates and backgrounds. So I just flipped through the whole album, looking for papers that will coordinate and look nice. With this right beside it, wow, there's a nice one right here. So I just peel that one out, put this with it. I haven't got enough room here. Here we go. That looks great with it. So now, those are bolder prints. I'm going to look for something for a background in this pad that'll coordinate. And when I'm just flipping with a big view of all of it, and I'm no, there's not enough gold in it. It's too big. Oh, well, isn't that lovely? Here we go. I found it. I'm going to keep looking to make sure I didn't miss something wonderful. Now this would work as well. This, within this next to it. And then this one on top. That would work as well. I prefer this. I just do. It's just my taste, but there are lots of options. I actually could have gone with a blue theme with this, with the peach, because of her skin tones and the color of all these leaves. But I just love this so much. I'm going with this as more a teal. That works too, but I still prefer the peach. That's too heavy. Oh, that's a beautiful teal. That's a coordinate. I could do one page like this with one like this beside it. So this would be an option as well. But I'm just going to stick with those. So I now have the papers for this page. They're all printed patterns. I have background and some paper for borders or frames or whatever I decide to do later on. But while I'm here, I'm going to tell you why I use pattern papers. Years ago, when I was picking papers for pages, I noticed that if I put my photo on a solid paper like that, and when I moved it onto a pattern paper, my photo looked almost 3D. On a solid paper, it looks two-dimensional. But just by, you won't be able to tell this probably on the video, but you will see the skin tones, the background comes alive when you move your photos onto a patterned paper. Here's a different color. So there's a beige. These colors are all in the same depth. They're a medium tone in these photos. So I picked medium tone paper. So that's what works the best. It shows off the photos the best. And scrapbooking is all about the pictures. So I hold this here and slide it over to there. I just couldn't get over, no matter what color, if you're picking papers that coordinate, no matter what color I used, my photos looked so much better on the printed papers. It just amazed me. So I just stopped using solid paper unless it's for the just shadowing and stuff like that. I use it for layers on complicated Cricut layouts as well, but I like to do an image cut. I like to do at least one layer in a patterned paper. Anyway, there's page 1. I'm going to do like 10 pages here to show you how I do this. So this has all 3 kids, and he has a red sweater and blue jeans on, so I thought maybe I could find something in the reds. So I went to the reds, my red pads, and pulled out some that had some browns, and thought I would look through here to find something that really worked for me. And with my photos right beside. Now this actually works for a background because it also has the peachy tones of the woods. That would work. That's a bit drab for me. So this is good. That's kind of neat too. What I did find in here that I already pulled out was this. When I found this paper, I just loved it. It worked for me. So there's my paper. And going through here, I looked for coordinates that went with it. And I found this stripe and this. I can cut these out, use these on the page somehow. And then I found this for a background. It worked for me. So I just love this grouping right here. Works for me. I love it. And it's because I found a beautiful paper that I loved to begin with. And so what I do with mine is I put one background sheet at the back, all the other coordinates in the middle, and then I put the other background sheet, and then that goes on. Photos go on top, and this goes into my accordion file. I put them all in order for my to work on. So that's that one done. Now here's another fall book that I pulled out. These are of one of my granddaughters. These photos are all going to be split up amongst 2 families, so there's going to be different albums going on here. So I looked through this pad to see what I could find in the fall colors, and I picked out this is going to take forever, so this is the paper that I love the most from this, so I decided to use this for my print. So there it is there, and then I found a coordinate, this one, in here to go with it, but I could not find a background paper. I mean, I considered the wood, but I thought it was just a little too, I don't know, masculine for this page. So instead of that, I found this in my stash. It was a little brighter. And then I went through my stash and I found this. And I really liked it. It works for me. It picks up the color tones of her sweater. And it works with all these papers. So that's that one done. I could do this for days, and I have done it for days. I just look at, I'll get in the mood, and I'll just stay in my craft room. I clear everything, all the surfaces off, and spread out my photos per page. And I just will do it for a whole year at a time sometimes if I'm really in the mood. But I prep the papers for my pages way ahead. Okay, now here's another fall album, Happy Fall. This is for the boy. So I went through here and I found this mushroom paper, but the one I loved the most was this stripe. This is what I came across first. Flipping through, I loved this. It worked really well for me. And so then I looked for a background paper and I found this, which I liked. I think he looked really good with that. I didn't want it to be feminine. I wanted this one more masculine. So those are my solid backgrounds. And in here I also found this mushroom. He's got a red shirt on, so this is kind of reddy, so it's still in earth tones, and I thought, oh, it would be nice to do a clump of mushrooms on this page, and that'll give me a theme for it as well. So that's what I'm going to do with this page. So that's that one done. Now, I like a variety in my album, so I thought I can do some craft paper. So I did find in this paper studio everyday craft, I thought, well, they're wearing black pants and they've got beige tops and there's lots of beige going on in the background, so I'm going to do craft. So in here I found a background, and then I picked a floral and a stripe to coordinate. And I'm going to do that because that'll be a totally different look for the album. So I liked it. I liked it a lot. It makes them stand out quite a bit. So that was a good one. There's another one done. Then I went through my red albums after I did the fall. And I found some with earth tones. This is Mid-Century Mod Paper Studio. And I thought, wow, this is kind of cute. And the paper that really stood out was this one. So I pulled this paper out and looked for coordinates. Here it is. Now that is going to be a border or something on the page. But then I needed a background. So I found this. I like this check because it reflected the check in his shirt. So that worked for me. And then I found a stripe. So this I thought would be fun. And I can do an apple theme, like it's just a bushel of apples or something, because it is fall. And I can tie that in with Thanksgiving or fall, whatever. So I love that one. There's another one done. You know, there are, in a pad, there are other color schemes that you could do. So I could have chosen like this and gone with that scheme, or a red and a black and found the other coordinating papers for that. There are more than, this is nice, but there was flowers, so I didn't want it for a boy. But there's usually 2 or 3 color schemes in a pad that you can do. That's fabulous. That you can coordinate. Like there's yellow and black, gold and black with gold. And if you found another coordinate, and there's gold and black. Oops. So there's a color scheme right there. And from the same pad. You usually can find 2 or 3 different groupings. That's really cute too. So you just pick a pad and do it. That's a very easy way to do it. I go through all my albums looking for stuff, but you can just pick one album. So for this one, I've just picked an album that kind of worked. All right, so this is the pumpkin patch, a fall pad again. And I have a whole bunch of photos for this. So I thought, what can I do here? These were all very orangey and very bright. There's a lot of metallics in this. I didn't really want to do pumpkins. Now that is an option. Because there's a boy in there, you don't want it to be, no, it's too orange when there's red happening, not there. Well, this is good. This is a good background. Too orange. This would work. So what I did find in there was these metallics. And I really, I like this metallic. I haven't done any metallics in this album yet, so I thought that was a good opportunity to do that. So I picked that for a background, and this for over top, but they're so similar in color, you need something else to break it up. I did find, I pulled out this brown, because maybe I can do frames or something in that. So what I am, then I remembered I have this Creative Memories Beneath the Pines. It's a laser paper pack, and it has dies, page size, all cut out. And they are, on one side they're colored green, but on the other side, this one is beige. And I loved it. So I thought, I can use this here. I can fit this photo there. This photo fits there. And, oh, the tree one I can put over here. It'll show all the trees. And this works like that. So I thought that would make a beautiful page. And then I have this and this left over to do on this side. I can even, with my Cricut machine, I can cut out some branches and or borders, just do something to tie it all together. So I was very happy with this. I love it. So there's this page done. I may, if I have bought special stickers or if I had special embellishments, I might put that in here as well. There's my background paper on top, and this one's ready to go. So I would put some embellishment. If there was something I had that's very special, I would put it in there if I didn't want to forget to use it. Okay, so then I went into my blues to look because he has blue jeans on in this, and I haven't used any blue yet. So, and this is KB Textiles from the Paper Studio again. So I found this right off the bat. It's great for a background. I loved it. So I pulled that for background. And then I wanted, I love this. And I found that that made everything look clean and crisp. So I really like this. Kept flipping. You see, there's, you could do an orange theme because this looks orangey in that photo. But with this, with the orange and that would look good. This actually looks good too. I looked through everything to see. I considered using this for a background. You could with the orange papers. It would look great. So from this pad alone, you could probably get three different looks to coordinate. I'm gonna, this was a background I considered as well. It looks good, but it sort of washes out the photos. This one the background just comes alive when I put it on the darker tone. So I'm not seeing anything here that I'm in love with. And then I did find, I think there was only one sheet of it left, this one. I loved it. It worked really well with the beige tones, and the background again just comes alive. So I chose this one. So here it is. And then I chose this to coordinate with. So this is going to be my showy pattern on top. I just love that. So there's another set done. It works for me. I love every process of scrapbooking. Picking the papers, using my Cricut, picking designs, laying out my pages in design space. The only thing I do not like is taping. I would gladly pay someone to tape my pages for me once I've done it all. Oh, from that one album, I did do two. I used the plaid background and this grouping as well. The bright blues for this. So I did use, I picked two collections from the one pad. I love this. I think it works really well. It makes my photos pop. So now this one, I went through the peach pages because my granddaughter, her skin tones are very peachy in these. I think I hit the auto correct and it put a lot of peach tones in these. So I went through this album, and this is the paper that really appealed to me. I really liked this. So working from that, I flipped through here and I found this coordinate in the same colors, and I thought, oh, that'd be fun. I can do feathers or birds. And then I found this background. I had other options, like this was an option too, but her photos look the best on the peach, so it's nice too. But I could do a frame in this, so I put this in here. Now, I have another set. Oh, this is Mint to be Fab from Paper Studio. So that was in my peach pad collection, the oranges. And then I went to the green pads to see what I could find. If there were any with peaches in them. I actually found this paper in my special paper section where I put small groupings that I've purchased by the sheet. And this is Autumn Splendor. And I just loved it with the look of these photos. I just thought it was perfect. It was really nice and quite different, very nature, quite different for the album so far. So I did go and look for papers to coordinate with it for background, and I found in this Sage Park from Recollections, a beautiful pad. I found this watercolor, and these leaves look like they're painted in watercolors, so I thought that worked well for me. And it goes from the peach to the greens, so I thought it worked for me. And then I found this green also that goes with it. So that's my grouping for this one. I hope you're getting some ideas for how to pick papers. It can take a lot of stress. A lot of people are stressed by it, and coordinating patterns too. You can mix a stripe and a polka dot and a chevron and a large print and a medium print and a small print, or any combination of the above. You would not want to go with generally 2 polka dots or 2 different stripes. You try and pick one of different categories and any solids that you want to add into that. So there are some, if you can follow guidelines like that, it helps you get started. And then when you have more confidence, you break the rules sometimes. Anyway, so this one, what did I do here? This pad was beautiful. This was a very nice option for these. So there's beautiful backgrounds in all these colors. This is gorgeous. I thought because it's girls in these photos that I could do something with these. That's stunning. I just love this with it. So this is definitely, here's a they're large prints. Here's small, medium print. There's a stripe. There's a check. You could do a check with that as well. Hexagons. A plaid. You can mix any of these prints. As long as you're pulling from the same colors, and the greens should be from the same family, the peaches should be from the same family, the reds should be, as long as it all goes, it works. So this would have been an option for this page, but then I found this paper in my individual pages section, and I loved it. I thought, oh, that's it. I'm going with this. This is called Simple Stories Fall Farmhouse. And that's the background. And this really goes well with her sweater. So I just fell in love with that one. So this is what I picked, and I had these to coordinate. So that would be my background. That's my above print, and I could do the pumpkins are optional for me. I'm not sure whether I'll use that or not. I don't know. I may just find another print with the beige color or something for a change. So that's how I picked all the pages for similar colored photos for this album. I won't be working on this for a little while, but I like to prep my pages way ahead of time. So thank you for watching. I hope you got some ideas and some tips from this. And if you have troubles picking papers for your albums, I hope that this has helped you. Thanks for watching. You can go to my website, Me and My Cricut. It is listed below for lots of page ideas. And I have Design Space links there for all of my pages.